Hello there, my friends. It's the leprechaun again. And I told you no lies once before. I said on morrow I'd visit you for your sorrows. And here I be. What for? What is it you need? What salve do you seek? An ointment for your eye? Or is it a song to whisper so long that a silk purse just might be the thing of it? Sweetly sing of it. Bring it forth once again. 'Cause now English is a tool. Of course it is. And it's been being developed for oh so long. Such a long time. The English, the rhyme. I guess. I mean, depends what you think is long. And if time goes on and whether you'll be there to jest. And so, he's a poet. It's nothing to be afraid of. Well, unless a poet in jest turns out to be a damn prophet. Ah! Oh no! He went and said it. What for? Why not? Struggled so long with free will and running. You know? Because he could. If we all had free will, then when those ones were here, wouldn't they have the ability to use it? And they did. And they done. And the stories were sung. Aye, if you don't call it evidence, well, think of it. How could he do it? He doesn't even know himself. But singing in rhyme with the leprechaun guy, aye, it's lots of fun. And he'll teach you some things if you believe. That's all it takes. Belief. And, more or less, belief in reality is suspension of the dis. I told you before, it's a concept, yeah? Spoken just like this. Suspension of disbelief. Suspension of disbelief. This is what you need to hear the leprechaun song. And if you can catch it, maybe you'll nab it. A little bit of knowledge for your long journey ahead of you. Or behind. Because simply, what is time? Because distance. Distance is easy. Distance is a click. It's more about the tick that we've got lots of questions. The click and the tick. Be these two betwixt. We'll find us the human heart. We know it for sure, though it be elusive. And they be no bigger than a ball of yarn. And we'll find one. And when we gets on it, then we'll have some fun. Batting and clawing and tearing it apart too. That's just what a kitten would do with a ball of yarn. It's not scary. It's just art. And so the leprechaun, He promised you some blessings of knowing and understanding some things. And he's bringing it to you in a message maybe too cool for these kids. Maybe too cool for these kids in school, you know. They're not going to understand, man. It's just too many inferences, too many references. Hey, you know what that is? Because I do. Cuckoo, cuckoo. And you can too. It all depends on your knowledge base, yeah? And I'm here to tell you that it don't depend on accurate knowledge. In fact, it's much more fun to do it in the artwork. So look to it, all the art, and pick it apart. But use your comprehension and some tricks from the leprechaun, because he's giving them to you. Now, pay attention. I said this all before, but this is a very important part. This is very important to know. How to count. On your fingers, yeah? And where to start. Start like this. I'm telling you, man. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the parts. This is the mind. This is the body. This is the spirit. Some call it heart. You know what I mean? Some call this the heart. But it's the spirit, okay? You see? The spirit. You like? I'm telling you, man, I did not make this up. I am just the guy to talk a little bit. And if you are willing to listen, okay, so be it. If not, shut it off. Don't listen. It's scary. But here it is. Mind, body, spirit, or heart, and God. God and myth. Right? The myth. The myth in the thumb. Thumb-diddy-dum. And that's the parts of the hand. So if you know it, can you hold it? You know? Can you hold it? Like a wave upon the sand. Because it's elusive. It's hard to get hold of it. But it's so fun to try. If you're not afraid, and you're willing to play, it's everywhere. So when you begin, understand these. The parts of the hand. And look to them and reference, even within yourself, when you're speaking. Look at your hand and see what position your hand grabs when you are trying to put forth something. So do these, do these, do these, or maybe some parts together. That's the myth. The thumb is the myth. And the circles, you know, you're bringing circles together through the myth. Okay? And that is why, at the beginning of this thing, guys, I tell you, this is the symbol right here. Here's your symbol. I call it a thimble. Call it a race car. Call it a top hat. Or a Scotty dog. Or call it whatever you want. This is the symbol. Yeah, you see it now? What does it mean? Because this is you. I say it too. I say it too. Sphincter power. Yes, there it is. Sphincter power. And not like this. You're keeping it tight. And then, to exist in these three, activating life. Anyways, it's not really too great, you know? It's not great at all. Great, yeah. No way. Stay away from great, let me tell you. Too many greats, man. Too many greats. Great this and great that. Too many greats. As for me, I simply be. And sometimes, it is grand. But listen, I promise you a story from the leprechaun, alright? And you got to know this. With a leprechaun, singing a limerick in a song, all that he really wants are your 2 bits, your 2 pence. He don't take no coupons. And if you be broke and wary, well, the leprechaun, he be a generous sort. You know what I'm saying to you. And he'll make you a deal, if you'll not squeal, he'll do it even without the coins. Can you see 'em? 2 buttons. He'll take 'em. Call 'em your tuppence. As long as they are, aye, of equal weightiness, guy. Equal weightiness is what the leprechaun needs in your 2 pence, or your 2 buttons, or your 2 coins, or your 2 cents. If you're going to offer your 2 cents, the leprechaun, he'll give you 6 ticks. 6 ticks, not 6 clicks. 6 ticks of the slender switch on the Swiss 66 mechanism. And if you understand that, you're starting to grasp the pirate code rolling from the tongue. Because that's what it is, son. It's all pirate language, and you're well versed in it, even if you didn't know it. So I gave you some words, and see what you do with them. But in the meantime, let's tell a tale. A story, you know, of some simple folk. You like 'em so well. We call 'em gnomes, even though, you know, that's not really what they're called. But do you know the gnome? He doth roam, and he travel to and fro. And what of the gnome? What else? What else does a gnome like to do? Because we see him here and there, and always he seems quite scared, like playing possum, or maybe he's not even there. But surely that's a gnome, and he's traveling somehow, well, we're not sure. If you knew the gnome like I know the gnome, you would be laughing along. So for my next song, I'll sing to you a poem of the gnomes and why they do what they do. So come sit again with Uncle Mike and his chin and his thinker and his tinker. Wiser? Don't know. 6 pence? I suppose. I'd rather have the pocket full of rye.